And welcome back to the Michael Cohen Show on our continued journey to 500,000 subscribers. So do me a favor, hit subscribe, watch, comment, keep those comments coming, and share with a friend, because the stupidity in DC, it's not stopping. And since we're talking about stupidity, Trump's sycophants, they sure have their work cut out for them lately, as scandal after scandal after scandal plagues this new administration. Last night, for example, the Supreme Court ruled that the DOJ can continue to deport people alleged to be members of MS-13 or Tren de Aragua, the Venezuelan gang, but they must be given due process rights. Of course, Carolyn Leavitt, she sent out to talk to, yeah, I know, Fox News about the ruling. And of course, she exaggerates what the ruling actually means. Play the clip.
This is a massive legal victory, Jesse, a massive victory for law and order and for our constitutional republic and the sovereignty of the United States of America. We called on the Supreme Court to rein in these activist judges like Judge Boasberg, who was completely out of line in trying to say that the president didn't have the executive authority to deport foreign terrorists off of our soil. We have always maintained the position at the White House that the president was well within his constitutional authority to do so. And this decision proves that President Trump and our administration have always been right from the beginning. He will continue to utilize the Alien Enemies Act to remove foreign terrorists and Tren de Aragua members, vicious gang members from American communities. And because of this ruling, the United States of America is a much safer place. Our team will get to work tomorrow to deport these heinous, violent foreign terrorists from our neighborhoods.
And you have
Yeah, that's not exactly what the decision said. Yes, they were not going to rule out Trump's ability to use the Enemies Act, the Foreign Enemies Act, within which to deport these people. What they did say is that you can't just discriminate. You have to use due process. And what they did is they put this on hold so that they can turn around and figure out a process. That's the whole problem. Showing up at somebody's school or at a church or a place of worship and then just begging, tagging them and deporting them. What this was really more about is that Boasberg didn't have the jurisdiction over the folks that are being held in another state. That's what the Supreme Court was talking about. And while, of course, more people are bullshitting, let's not forget about dear old MAGA Mike Johnson, who spoke about the activist judges. Play the clip.
And we're going to move on it in Congress as well. So this week, Sean, we'll be putting on the floor Congressman Darrell Iss's bill, the No Rogue Rulings Act. And what this is going to do is keep federal district court judges in their constitutional lane. No one single activist judge should be able to issue a nationwide injunction to stop a president's policies. That's not the way the framers intended this to work, and we're going to put
that is actually exactly what the framers intended. Remember that the federal court judges are appointed by the president. May not be the sitting president because they have tenure for life. And if in fact that a policy interferes with a constitutional right, well, they most certainly do. Of course, since we're talking about sycophants within this administration, Stephen Miller also weighed in on Fox. Play that clip.
President Trump in fulfilling his mandate and campaign pledge. What does this mean for you and your family watching at home tonight? It means that the Department of Justice, FBI, DEA, ATF, the U.S. Marshal Service, Customs and Border Protection, Border Patrol, and Immigration and Customs Enforcement now have maximum authority to find and remove illegal alien gang members from Venezuela that have been responsible for so much misery in this country, for the torture and murder of Jocelyn Nungary, for the brutal slaying of Laken Riley. Those monsters can now be hunted down and expelled from this country with speed, force, and efficiency. This is a great day for America, Sean.
I mean, Steve Miller thinks he's like Dog the Bounty Hunter, just without the hair. First of all, let me be very clear. You always had the authority within which to grab these gang members, especially the ones that have felonies, and to deport them from this country. INS has been doing this for years. What you don't have the right to do is to create a concept called illegal protest and then bag them and tag them and ship them out. That you don't have the right to do. And the president shouldn't even want it. Now, I want to show you what they've been saying about the tariff backlash. Because again, they just can't tell the truth. And why? Because the truth doesn't benefit them. MAGA Mike Johnson goes on, he says that we have to give the president some space. Take it easy. Everything is going to be fine. As of course, the market is crashing. Play the clip.
We have to give the president space. His strategy is playing out. It's been less than a week, so I think he's owed that.
Strategy are we talking about? Show me, please. You see, where are the fucking reporters to ask the right questions? Tell me, please, where can I find the policy that they're using within which to create this tariff war, this global trade war? Show me the policy so that we can examine it and ask you pertinent questions about. There is none. That's the whole problem. Kevin Hassett goes on Fox as well this morning talking about Trump's book, The Art of the Deal. Play the clip.
But in the end, the president wrote the book, The Art of the Deal, and it's a great book. I really enjoyed the book, and it shows how to get great deals, and that's what he's doing right now for the American people.
Can I be very clear? I've read The Art of the Deal twice, 1987 when it first came out, and then again many years later. The only book I think I've ever read twice. Nothing about tariffs is in the book, which, by the way, was written by Tony Schwartz, not by Donald Trump. Meanwhile, Senator John Kennedy, guy who I don't particularly have much affection for, don't like him at all. He actually surprised me with what he said about tariffs. See, not all Republicans are siding any longer with Trump because it's hurting terribly their constituents. Play the clip.
It's been painful, but it may turn out well. It may not. If it doesn't turn out well, I think the president will recalibrate.
To that point, do you think it's Donald Trump's economy now?
Oh, I think it is. There's no question. I think once he decided to add the tariffs, clearly, I mean, he will be held responsible, as he should, whether it turns out good or it turns out badly.
Is there a point at which you would consider supporting taking tariff authority back into congressional hands? There have been some efforts in the Senate to do that.
Well, if I finally concluded that what the president is proposing is not going to work, or if the treatment is worse than the disease, sure. And I'm going to look at Senator Grassley's bill very closely. But I'm not there yet.
Let me be clear. This morning I wrote on my Substack, which I entitled Make America Poor Again, One Tariff at a Time. I actually talk about this exact topic because, and as I say, and now faced with the economic damage, even Republican makers are starting to break ranks. Ted Cruz, Rand Paul, Mitch McConnell, and John Kennedy, the person who you just saw, all once obediently towing the Trump line, they're now speaking out against these tariffs. And why? Because they're finally waking up to the electoral consequences, that they see their toll, right, on their constituents. They hear the anger in the town halls, the frustration in the fundraising calls, and they know that inflation at the grocery store, the loss of jobs at the factory, and the shrinking retirement accounts, they don't exactly make for winning campaign slogans. And they care more about themselves, of course, than they do about Trump. Now, I want to also say that his critique of Trump, it didn't last long when he was asked about Trump golfing over the weekend. Play the clip.
Sir, President Trump played golf over the weekend. He posted a video of himself golfing. Do you think that was a bad look, considering where the markets were?
No, I don't think American people care that much. They understand that presidents relax on the weekends and get away. It doesn't mean that that he wasn't talking on the phone when he was on the golf course or wasn't in meetings. I don't think there's ever really a time when a president is not on call and is not thinking about or talking with his plans. So I don't think people hold that against him.
All right.
So what's he speaking between the 13th and the 14th hole, or between a chip? Hey, G, can you do me a favor? Yeah, hang on just about a quick second. I just got a chip. Hold on 1 second. That kind of horse shit is that. You know, I actually talk about that in the same Substack as well. Check this out. So this is what I say. But here's what makes it worse. Trump doesn't care. Doesn't care what Kennedy says. Doesn't care what I say. But you know who cares? You know who should care? Americans. Americans should care as we are watching our financial futures unravel while he's teeing off. Literally. And to date, just so you understand this, Trump's golf outings have cost taxpayers more than $30 million. And my friends, that's a real number, $30 million, so that Trump can escape the mess that he's making one swing at a time. It's the same pattern we've seen since day number one. He creates chaos. He flees the scene for a photo op with a cheeseburger and a Diet Coke. Have a nice day. Meanwhile, Jesse Waters comments on Trump going golfing during the market crash. And here's what Jesse Waters has to say, that he wouldn't have said anything if Biden did the same. Bullshit. Play the clip.
Jesse, one of the things I cannot stand is complaints about golf.
Me too. And that's not a middle finger to middle America. That's a middle finger to all these foreign countries who are trying to get on the phone and negotiate these tariffs down. But if Biden was golfing during a stock market like this, I'm sure I wouldn't say a word.
You wouldn't.
I would not.
No, of course not. Keep smiling, jerk off. Because, by the way, you attacked Obama vociferously over this. Meanwhile, I want to show you a clip from 2022 of Jesse actually talking about Biden going to the beach. Yeah, maybe it wasn't golfing, but he certainly had something to say about something else, going to the beach. Play the clip.
Did they have to wait for Joe to go on vacation with Hunter so he doesn't have to answer any questions? What a middle finger to America, by the way. You raid your opponent's house and then fly to the beach with your crooked son, while your impish attorney general covers up your family's crimes and dirties up your political enemy? But Garland, no, he says this isn't political at all.
I guess maybe he forgot that he made that statement. Finally, Waters claimed that Trump winning golf tournaments shows. This is proof positive, my friends, that Trump can get shit done. Play the clip.
Don't be weak. Don't be stupid. Don't be a panicking. That's what the White House says. What's a panicking? Trump says it's a new party based on weak and stupid people. He says if you're strong, courageous, and patient, greatness will be the result. And he knows how to get results.
How was the golf tournament?
Very good, because I won. It's good to win. You heard I won, right? Did you hear I won? Yeah. Just to back it up. Over there, I won.
What's your handicap these days?
Very low. I have a very low handicap.
Not giving an F about the bad headlines. That's Trump's mindset, according to the White House. Golfing during a market meltdown isn't a middle finger to middle America. It's a middle finger to the world. It's just business as usual, while the rest of the world begs for a meeting.
Yeah, sure. It's exactly what we want. We want to put the entire world's economy into a collapse. We want to collapse the American economy. We want to destroy over $8 trillion worth of market value. Sure. And while all this shit is happening, I'll just go to the golf course and win a tournament. Oh yeah, another one. My 15th club championship? It's all bullshit. And that's why I ask you to stay here. Join this community. Stay active, stay informed. And as always, thanks for listening. Hey, everyone. First of all, thanks for watching. I mean, we're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this journey.